Good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our new moon manifesting. We are in Virgo season, and I'm super excited to be sharing some delicious insights, some amazing energies that are supporting us physically, emotionally, spiritually, cosmically, however you want to look at it, on all levels. We're getting so much support that hopefully it's helping you in manifesting your goals and intentions. My name is Jana Grosskost, and I am a metaphysical teacher and a quantum energy healer. I'm also a former tax accountant, and I teach classes on business strategy. And I'll talk a little bit about a new program I'm launching this week. So hopefully you can join me. But we're going to talk first about the Virgo energy because there is so much taking place. So let me pop up my screen real quick and we'll be off and running, off to the races. All right, get rid of that. All right, we've got the Virgo New Moon. It's actually happening in less than 2 hours. It's happening at 8:51 p.m. on the East Coast, 5:51 here on the West Coast. And this is an earth sign. So it's all about our physicality and tuning into our physical body and what we are feeling. It's so easy for us to deny or dismiss what we are feeling. And this is a really good time to tune in what your body is saying, listening to it. Before I started recording, Phyllis was asking me a question about the color yellow because she keeps seeing bird feathers and butterflies and people wearing that color, and you'll probably see a yellow car when you're driving next. And all of these are messages from our higher self. And it's important for us to tune in to those synchronistic messages and decipher what they mean. The color yellow is associated with the solar plexus, which is the third chakra, just above the belly button. So this is our personal power center. So there could be things around personal power that either claiming your personal power or setting healthy boundaries so that you maintain healthy power or healthy boundaries, or making sure that you're not giving your power away. These would be some of the symbols that showed up in that situation. So just notice what's taking place with you physically and emotionally, especially today and over the next couple of days, because this is a really ripe time for you to be introspective. And the new moon is an opportunity to tune in, to dive in deep. There's no visible moon in the sky when there's a new moon, so it's a great time to set your intentions. The sun and the moon are representative of the divine masculine and feminine, and they come together for a brief time before the moon starts running forward. So take this opportunity to tune into what's taking place for you and what is coming up, what needs to be addressed. And knowing where this is taking place in your chart will help you in setting your intentions as well as navigate what's taking place. And if you need help with that, there is a short tutorial video on my website, New Moon Manifesting, where you can literally listen to the video and walk through the process and get a copy of your birth chart. And we'll talk specifically about what houses this is falling in. So if you do know where this is happening for you, it will help you in setting your intentions. So as I mentioned, this Virgo energy is an earth sign, and Virgo is all about purifying. In fact, I'm calling this new moon Purify, because it's an opportunity for you to cleanse your mind, body, and spirit. You can detox your physical body by doing a juice cleanse or drinking more water and fluids or various things. You can detox your mind by purifying your thoughts, which simply means you are removing negative thoughts, those rants that our brain goes through, or all the reasons we can't do something, and transcend them physically, emotionally through what it is that you do want to create. And you can do this with affirmations and with just simply switching out, stop thinking that way, anything you can do where you can interrupt that cycle will get you into a better mindset. And then emotionally, we'll actually go through with our meditation today and clear some of the toxic emotions that are residing in your body or stuck in your body so that we can fully release those negatively vibrating feelings and replace them with positive ones. Because the more positivity that we have in our life, and it all starts from within, but the more positivity that we have, the more we can actually mindfully change our emotional state. This new moon is also about getting organized. So, I always love Virgo season because we come out of kind of the lazy days of summer, and September, when we're in Virgo, it's literally like this push to clean up your space, whether it's your home space or your workspace or mentally or emotionally, but it's a place of getting organized. And it's about looking at details. So with this new moon, you may say, for example, if it was taking place in your second house, set up healthy habits around your daily work routine. And that's actually where it's taking place for me. And this week, I literally wrote out an agenda of what my day looks like so that I am staying on track and getting things done and being more productive. Because this is an earth sign, it's about taking practical action. So if there are, and habits too. So if there are specific things that you have to do on a daily basis that get you to the bigger end result, this would be a great new moon to set those intentions and start taking action on a daily basis. And because Virgo relates to, it's very analytical. And so it's an opportunity for you to really focus your intentions, dive into the details, maybe assess the details, see which ones are important, which ones no longer serve you, so that you can ultimately get the results that you want. So I wanted to show you a chart. Hopefully you can see this. There's basically two grand trines that are taking place, and then there are some or grand crosses taking place, and there are some amazing trines that are taking place. So trines create a very beautiful supportive energy, where a square is often opposition, like you can't see around the corner. A trine is an opportunity to expand things. So the thing that I like about this new moon is all of the personal planets. And the personal planets are the ones that move the fastest. They're the ones that are closest to the sun. So that's including the sun. So the sun, moon, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. These are the 5 personal planets, and these are all getting some kind of support from the outer planets: Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, and Neptune. And so I wanted to look at this on the chart so that you can see this a little bit more clearly. So if you see this chart, we've got the sun, moon over here, and we also have Mars that is just a little bit ahead of the sun and moon. The moon will catch up to Mars rather quickly, and Mars is all about taking action. Now, Mars is at a trine with Pluto, and Pluto is about transformation. It relates to your personal power. And so it's helping you change what matters most to you. Pluto is helping you transform and connect more deeply to your personal power and your soul's desires. So if you are meditating and you have new ideas or inspiration to take action in a particular direction, this is a great time to follow that. And both of these planets are in earth signs. Pluto is in Capricorn and Mars is in Virgo. And so as these planets are in earth signs, it's supporting you in transforming your physical body. And it's allowing you to upgrade your systems on many different levels. Now, also included in this trine, and it's not exact, but we also have, actually, the trine is the sun, moon, and Uranus. So again, these are in earth signs. Uranus is helping us make big changes, breaking out of old patterns and old paradigms. It's helping you upgrade your value system since it's in Taurus. So with all of this really potent earth energy, again, really tuning into what messages am I receiving from my physical body, my physical surroundings, and how can I utilize those best to really transform my life towards what it is that I want. Now, another trine that we have going on is Venus is with Jupiter. And Venus and Jupiter are really helping you in, Jupiter is about expansion, it's about inspiration. Venus is helping you align with what you truly love and value. And with Venus in Libra, these are both in air signs, but Venus in Libra is helping you see what you love in regards to relationships. So this could be a partnership that you have with somebody. It could be an actual love relationship, but Venus is helping you tune into what is it that I really love about this relationship. And it also may be helping you, because Mars is also in Libra, it may be helping you in communicating what you really value about that relationship, what you potentially need attention with, or what you may want to change in that relationship. So keep in mind that this is an opportunity for you to have deep conversations with other people that help you tune into what you really value. They may be multiple conversations that lead you towards ultimately what you want in a relationship. The more open you are to the process, the easier that is going to be. So really tune into what you value, what you want to expand, and allow new perspectives with Jupiter to support you, and be open to new ideas that help you shift out of old patterns. Now, with this red triangle, we've got this triangle taking place in air signs, and we have Mercury, as I just mentioned, is in Libra. And then we have the North Node that is in Gemini, and then we have Saturn that is in Aquarius. And with Saturn in Aquarius, it's influencing Mercury, again, that personal planet, and communicating more effectively. There may be a push against old structures, old systems, old authority systems, that you're looking at those and going, no, I don't want to accept that anymore. I want something new, something that's evolutionary and moving me towards whatever my heart desires or what matters most to me. So tune in to what that is. And even in Mercury, with Mercury in Libra, this can be not only relationships outside of you, but looking at the relationship within you. How are you communicating internally? This would be a great opportunity to shift your dialogue and to get to a better place where you're speaking kindly to yourself and keeping your vibe at that higher place. Now, Saturn is also all about responsibility and what you're committed to. So tuning into, maybe, are you willing to stick with those commitments, or is this an opportunity for you to reevaluate and move things in a different direction? Now, with the North Node in Gemini, this is reminding you to stay open to possibilities. There may be new ideas and information that are flowing in, and Mercury is helping you shift your mindset in regards to how you show up in relationships, how you show up with partnerships. So this is a really optimal time to review all the relationships that you have and express your true desires, as well as what you want to take with you moving forward. So as I mentioned, there's a lot that's taking place with several trines that are going on, as well as the opposition. The one opposition that we have is with Mars is opposite of Neptune. So Mars is wanting us to take action. Neptune is sort of dreamy. And with Mars in Virgo, it's all about that practicality, taking those practical steps. And with Neptune in Pisces, there's sort of this, oh, I'll just daydream for a while longer. And those daydreams can turn into absolute action. So it's important for you to have those times where you have downtime and allow yourself to dream more fluidly. And then, well, how do I take practical action on that as you come out of those daydreams? So these are some of the elements that are taking place. You'll want to tune into your specific birth chart to see where this is happening and what houses the sun and moon and where 14 degrees hit for you. And this specific chart is taking place in the 7th house. So let's take a little gander at houses with the sun and moon in the 7th house. This is an opportunity to renew relationships with a spouse or partner, opportunity to go into business with someone who is detail oriented. So this chart will help you in, once you know where the sun and moon are hitting in your specific birth chart, you can tune into this specific chart. And this video will be posted on YouTube, and I'll send you a link after the class. But you can check it there. And if you don't know where it's at right now, you can look at this later and actually pull this up. And I'll probably post this on the Facebook page, New Moon Manifesting, just so you can check it out. Now, self-care is absolutely vital. It is an absolute necessity. It's something that we need to tune into every single day because we have so much transitioning in and around us that if we are not actively engaged in self-care, we are missing out on really staying aligned with our higher selves and what's for our highest good. So in Virgo, this is a chance to change up your diet, maybe get into intermittent fasting or drinking more water, make sure your intake of fruits and vegetables is amped up, just really tuning into what your body needs and what simple things, even something as simple as adding a smoothie to your morning with enough protein. And I always throw spinach into every one of my smoothies. You can't taste it. It gets chopped up, and it's one more way of getting some leafy greens into my diet. Relaxation, because it is about physicality, getting a massage would be something that's very relaxing. Getting acupuncture to release any energy blocks you've got going on. Whatever inspires you, getting a facial, spending time out in nature, going for hikes, these types of things will help you feel grounded, anchored, and induce relaxation. And then most often, the Virgo energy relates to our gut health. So anything you can do that increases your microbiome will help you in supporting those minute elements of our body that support us on so many levels, especially our immune system, since 90% of our immune system is in our gut health. And then for essential oils, some of my favorite ones for this new moon, blue tansy. I've actually been using this for the past couple of days because I've got some big projects going on and I am hyper focused. Blue tansy is literally blue. In fact, I apply it on my big toe because it literally turns your skin blue. It does go away. It's not like ink where it stays on you forever, but it definitely in focus. And the reason I'm applying it to my toe is big toe is that's where the brain acupressure points are. So it enhances your focus. It helps you with minute details. It's also one of the most amazing products for your skin, but I'd recommend using it at night because you do kind of look Smurfy blue after applying it. And then another one that I love for concentration and supporting me with really being focused is Melissa. It helps with optimism, seeing the bright side of transitions. Sometimes we have transitions that happen to us and for our highest good, and yet they feel incredibly uncomfortable. And so I love Melissa, especially on my crown chakra, to help liberate me from old patterns and seeing that the new way or the new place I'm moving towards is really for my highest good. And then finally, lemon is incredible for purifying. You can add a drop of lemon essential oil to your water. It helps detox your body by relieving petrochemicals that we take into our system, either through the air or the foods that we eat. Even the water that we drink often has petrochemicals in it. So lemon is amazing at detoxifying. physically and emotionally, and it does support brain health. So if you need help with focus, I love lemon and peppermint together, and I just breathe it in before I have something that I need to be focused on. And it really helps me stay right on track. So this new moon is really upgrading you. Think of it as a spiral moving upward, that you're standing at the bottom of the funnel and you're literally spiraling up towards the heavens. This is supporting you in making permanent changes, dreaming a new reality, and bringing it into physical form. It's helping you rewrite the old stories and create new healthy habits and patterns around whatever it is that you want to create in this life. And finally, it supports you in taking action. And as I mentioned, I have a new program that I'm launching. It's called Goddesspreneur Insights. And every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I will be on Clubhouse in our Goddesspreneur Club. And I'm writing a book, Goddesspreneur something. I don't know the actual title of it, but it integrates actual physical attributes of business and building a multi-million-dollar business, as well as the healing elements that need to take place for you to be successful. Because it's one thing, and I've done it, I've built a business without the energetic healing aspects. And it is so much easier to heal the energy blockages. So every Wednesday, we'll be meeting for an hour at 11 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so I'm going to open up for any questions anybody has. You can either raise your hand electronically. We've got a small enough group that you can unmute. I've lulled you all into silence. I love it. No questions? Wowza. Either you're thoroughly confused or overwhelmed, or maybe all of the above.
Oh, I just have one note.
Yes, darling.
On top of like new moon, it also is Rosh Hashanah starting at sunset,
Right.
which on the East Coast, the sun is setting outside my window right now. So it's like Happy New Year on top of everything else.
Oh my gosh. See, this is why I love doing this work, because I can't make this stuff up, right? The fact that we're going to go into meditation and clear blocks and open ourselves up to anchor and hold more light. I mean, this is just magical. So thank you for sharing that, Phyllis. Anyone else? Questions, comments?
Yeah, hi. I'm so sorry I started late, but I didn't see the email. So I'm interested in the Wednesday, and I was just wondering, is that a Zoom? Also?
No, it's Clubhouse is an app that you can get on your phone. It was originally only open to iPhone users, but now it's open to everybody. So you don't need an invitation or anything. Just download the Clubhouse app, and it's you can find the club at the top. You can search people or clubs, and if you search Goddesspreneur, you can I guess add yourself to the club, and then you'll get a notice when we go live on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a new platform I'm playing with. Yes, love bug.
Hey, Jonna, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm taking care of my dad today, but this moon is falling in my third house,
Okay.
which is probably hyper Virgo-wise because it's the third house and ruled by Mercury, right?
Yes, so third house was normally like the Gemini energy. So let's go back to our houses here. Third house, this is it's all about communication, right? So reading, writing, editing, looking at all the fine print, right? All the details of a contract, or making sure that you're, really focused on anything around communication would be very supportive for you at this time.
Okay, perfect for somebody who's writing. Thank you.
I love it. Perfect.
Excuse me.
Anyone else have questions about what house this is or hear about what this is taking place for you if you can't see this chart?
Yeah, Jana, this is Jessica. I know I have this somewhere, but I can't find it right now in my incredibly creative clutter right now. I'm in the middle of 2 big projects, so
Gotcha.
but they're moving really good and fast. So something's going on because I'm really blowing through them. But you know how it is when you're working. Anyway, I was trying to figure out which house my Virgo was in.
I'm gonna have to pull up your chart, and since I'll email you tonight.
Okay.
But we can talk about it tomorrow too.
Yeah, that would be good because I'm definitely feeling the energy. And it's funny, you mentioned something and I thought, oh, that is too funny because I know there's usually lag time on the back end and then afterwards for moon influence. And like for the last, I don't know, maybe 4 days or 5 days, I've just in my journal, it's just been showing up routine. Let this go, let this go, let this go, start this. So it's like, it's perfect timing. Yeah, it's just, I'm always surprised when that happens, even though I should know by now. Yeah, that's how it works, but it still surprises me.
Yeah, I hear you, girl. It's I know, and that's one of the reasons that I love astrology is it gives us the opportunity to look at cosmically how everything is influencing us. And sometimes we think, oh, it's that woo-woo stuff with astrology or whatever. But the truth is, it's all about physics, and the planets have a relationship with each other, and they affect us as well. So when we can understand those relationships and how that's affecting us externally and internally, then we can navigate everything that is taking place. So I've dropped a link in the chat, clubhouse.com/club/goddesspreneur, so that you've got that link. And I'll also drop that link. I'll actually have an actual link in the email, just reminding you that you can get into that. If you're new to Clubhouse, be a great opportunity for you to, there's some great information. I was in a Clubhouse room on Friday, and there was a person who does PR and 5 attorneys, and we were talking about trademarks, and that's something that I actually want to get done. And so it's really great to, be able to jump into a room and listen to somebody, and you can leave quietly after you get the information that you want, or you can participate longer. So I highly encourage you to get into Clubhouse. It's just kind of a light, I don't know, it just feels like setting up, emailing everybody, all of that, creating all this container stuff can get kind of cumbersome, but I can set up a room, and as soon as I open up that room and I'm talking, anybody that follows me or any other speaker gets a notification that, hey, Jana's in this room, and it may not be me talking, but you would get a notification, and if you're interested in it, you can jump in that room. So definitely a great way of connecting with people all over the world and hearing about amazing things. I've been in so many affirmation rooms and law of attraction rooms and some incredible stuff. So there's some great things that are taking place. Other questions, my dears?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there, Dana.
Hi.
I have New Moon Virgo is in my 11th house.
Okay.
And yesterday I had this idea to write to someone. It's kind of like I got inspired to do something a couple of years ago. So never mind the big vision, everything starts with a kind of first step. And I was wondering why suddenly it came out of the blue, other than the obvious, which is that I suppose maybe I have the confidence or I'm ready to. But would this be going on because of Virgo New Moon 11th house?
Oh, absolutely. Because 11th house relates to sharing your knowledge and wisdom. And, Virgo is all about the minute details. what does that look like? How does that work? You know, like asking all of those key questions will help you in assessing, yes, I'm writing this material, where do I go from there? But I would definitely just start with what you're inspired to do. And if it's the writing piece, get that done. And then you'll figure out the next step once you do get it done. So yeah, that will definitely help you in staying on track and really maximizing this, as well as setting up the healthy habits around it. Because with this taking place at 14 degrees, we're already halfway through Virgo. So we've got basically 2 weeks left before we move into Libra. So if you're setting up really healthy habits, say like writing for an hour or 2 hours a day, every single day, then you're going to carry that forward.
It wasn't writing like that. It was just to specifically write to a particular person.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's, I mean, definitely follow whatever you're inspired to do, but the 11th house relates to sharing your knowledge and wisdom, connecting with like-minded people, grassroots efforts and changing, you know, things that support humanity overall.
It's definitely in that vein, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I want to add too that the 11th house is the house of hopes and wishes too. So you might be being inspired to do something that's following your heart that you tucked away, and now it's manifesting at this time in your 11th house.
Okay.
Love that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I can figure out what house
Sorry,
it's in.
I'm just kind of like, okay, right, yeah. No, the person that I need to write to, it's public figure, so it's kind of like, okay, all right.
It's your time. It's your time. Go for it.
Thank you, Jill.
Definitely. Kevin, I heard you had a question.
How do I figure out what house it's in for me?
You're going to want to, it's going to probably take you more time than we'll actually get on this call.
I have my chart up.
Oh, okay. So the little tiny numbers, if I can pull up the screen, can you find Virgo on your chart?
What's Virgo look like?
Virgo looks like a little M and a P together.
M and a P. So kind of like Scorpio, but not. I think I have it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
between like like if you were to draw a head of hair on a stick figure, it's between that and then Libra, which is the little balance thing. There's this little
Okay.
empty.
I think I have it.
Okay. And then in the center are these little tiny numbers. And that little tiny number is the house that it sits in.
In this, so I have it on the outer. My numbers are on the outer.
Okay.
But it looks like the 11th house.
Okay. So just like we were talking with, 11th house relates to sharing your knowledge and wisdom. It's about accumulated knowledge. It has to do with connecting with like-minded people and groups that share common interests. You know, if there's specific people or an audience that you want to connect with, either to teach or to just be a part of, this would be a great time to connect with those people. Focusing on the collective moving forward. So hopes and dreams of the future and what that could look like could be good places to set your intentions.
Cool, thanks. Is it possible that it's like on the border of like the 12th and the 11th?
Yeah, sometimes a house will split multiple signs. So you want to see where 14 degrees, since this new moon is actually at 14 degrees. And you can count the little tiny lines on the middle, on the center of the chart, because there should be 29 degrees. And so at 14 degrees is where the sun is at this time. And that's where you can tell which house it's in.
Okay.
Does that make
Thanks.
sense?
Kind of.
I know it's hard to do when I can't like point to it on that piece of paper, right?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. All right, let's go into a meditation. And Donnie, you do too have Virgo. Everybody has Virgo in their chart.
No, I don't. I'm looking. It's no Virgo, no Pisces, no Aquarius, no Capricorn, no Cancer.
Okay, just because you don't have any planets in it doesn't mean you don't have it in your chart. Because there's still a house in every single astrology sign.
I don't see. That explains a lot of gaps in my life because I don't have those in my chart.
Because you just skip those altogether. It's like, nope, I'm not dealing with Virgo season.
That's
You're too
what's
funny.
up.
I'm pulling your chart tomorrow in our mastermind, and I'm going to show you how to look at it.
Okay, because I'm like, I feel the Virgo energy, but I looked it up. I'm like, I don't see it anywhere.
No, I'm going to pull our charts. We're going to add that to the list of our mastermind tomorrow. And we're-
Thank you. I was raised by a Virgo mother. Maybe that's something.
Yeah, you probably have a significant Virgo in your chart then. All right. So go ahead and close your eyes if you're in a place that you're not driving or any other thing. But let's go ahead and close our eyes and we'll begin with some breathing, taking some deep breaths to calm our mind and our body, breathing in all the way down to the belly. And exhale, release. And breathing in deeply again. Just rotate the shoulders, maybe move them up and back or up and forward. Just releasing all that tension that you hold in the neck, and the shoulders, and the upper back. And continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, just tuning into what's taking place in your body. Allowing the tension to be released through the upper body, through your mid back, your abdomen, just allowing everything to soften in the moment. Being present and tracing the breath as you breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, release, just feel yourself letting go. Letting go of tension. Any stress that you're holding in your body. Just allow everything to melt away. You can either bring your hands over your heart or simply focus on your chest. But imagine yourself breathing through your heart. Taking a deep breath in through your heart. And exhale through your heart. And imagine that we're standing in the circle together. Allowing this delicious Virgo energy to support us. Our feet are anchored and grounded and connected with the earth. And Mother Earth is literally sending energy up through the bottom of our feet. And feel that coming up through your legs and into the center of your heart. We have so much supportive energy in physical form with this new moon. It's an opportunity for you to cleanse, purify, release anything that no longer serves you. And you can do this here now just by using your imagination. Maybe there's specific stresses that you're holding on to. Maybe there's emotions that you'd like to release. Perhaps there's tension around relationships. But just imagine yourself letting that go into the earth, allowing the earth to purify, to cleanse. That Mother Earth is literally taking that energy and recycling it. She has such amazing resources that supports us in releasing and rejuvenating on physical form. And anytime we want that we're releasing something, we want to replace it with whatever it is that we want to create. And literally imagine yourself being a magnet, attracting to you the resources that you need, the people that you need, the knowledge that you want. And just imagine yourself receiving whatever that is at this time. Bringing that energy into your heart. The heart is our most magnetic organ. And when we can anchor our intentions into our heart, we magnetize them out into the world. So just imagine a fertile field within the center of your heart, where you're planting your Virgo New Moon goals. They're literally like seeds that you're putting into the dirt. And as you plant those seeds, imagine you're covering them with the soil. And almost like they're a magic beanstalk, they immediately start sending roots down into the earth. That the roots are going deeper and deeper and connecting with this magnetic, magical energy that Mother Earth is providing for you. And as your intentions are getting rooted into the earth, it begins to sprout above the earth. And just envision that this beanstalk is literally growing overnight. It's growing so quickly, you can almost see it moving up towards the heavens. And as you're setting your intentions tonight and you wake up tomorrow, you may have new insight, inspiration, and information that takes you to the next step. Keeping your heart open and receptive to the messages you're receiving from your higher self. Releasing all judgment of how things should work out. And being curious with the steps that open up for you. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And you may have more insight throughout this evening or into tomorrow. Things that you want to add in to this Virgo energy. And literally bring yourself back to this place, your imagination. And you can literally hold your hands around that beanstalk, infusing your intentions into it and allowing it to grow. Begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Your feet are anchored and connected with the earth. Begin wiggling your fingers, your toes, just being present to your physical body. And as you bring yourself out of this exercise, you may have specific messages or impressions or pictures that came to mind. It's smart to write them down right away so that you remember what they are. And when you feel your processing is complete, go ahead and open your eyes. Anyone have any interesting visualizations or messages they want to share, or any questions you may have?
Hello.
Hello.
My question is,
I always love it when someone starts a question with a giggle. So kudos to you.
Okay, thank you. So today, I think, is the beginning, isn't it? It's Mercury retrograde pre-shadow. So it's like, does that make it a bad time to write the letter?
No, it's not. And in fact, you may be more insightful with Mercury going retrograde. I would definitely make sure that the message you're trying to convey is what's coming out. So if you have someone else you can use as a sounding board, or even reading it aloud to see if it makes sense to you. But Virgo is all about the minute details anyway. So it's just going to give you more clarity as you write and talk about this, is my impression.
Okay. All right, folks, thank you. I'm gonna get on and do it. That's my only one new moon goal. Write this letter. Hopefully I will have some positive feedback for you next new moon.
Fabulous. Yeah, I want to hear a full report next time. I love that, Cheryl. Silence your inner critic. Was that your message, or is that just a message for the crowd?
That was my message for her, for, doubting whether she should move forward or not.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's easy. I know a lot of people that are like, oh my gosh, Mercury's going retrograde, the world's going to stop. For 3 years, I actually taught a money course, and we did it every time Mercury went retrograde because it was happening in the earth signs. And so I wanted to support people in manifesting in physical form. And we released so much during those 3-week periods, 3 times a year. It was insane. So I really learned to embrace the Mercury energy. You just have to be aware that it can be tricky, and you want to make sure that you're communicating the message that you want.
Right.
Love it. Anyone else? Questions? Anything specific come up?
Well, I envision a beanstalk going to the sky with dollar signs hanging off of growing out of it. So I have no issues with the money. I have everything I need to do everything I want. Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Money, money, money.
I love those.
I know I had to get these. I've been using them in videos and stuff. They're just fun, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So yeah, I love it. I love that you're seeing that. I love, even though we're planting seeds of whatever comes out of it is what we really need. So I appreciate you sharing that. Anyone else?
I was just going to quickly say, Cheryl, please tell me that was a message for me.
Oh, yes. I have one too. That's how I know about it.
Love it. All right. Any other questions, comments?
Hey, Janet, it's Jazzy. I want to share.
Yes.
I was encouraged to share. Mine was it was crazy. I was almost like a superhero in the center of the universe, and it was like two ropes coming from my hand. So one was all the way up in the universe on my left side, and the right side was going all the way down to earth. And both strings were like lit up, so it was like energy coming to me, and then it like spurts out of me, and it was like whong, like a big cosmic shock or something, and it was like all light. And then the beanstalk, it like went to the scene where you said the beanstalk, and the beanstalk that was growing out the ground was in purple with pink leaves. I know it's wild, but pink leaves. And then I was like this fairy goddess. I don't know, it was like something out of Horton Hears a Who. I don't understand. And then it was like sparks of yellow everywhere. So that was my vision. That's what I saw.
I love it. Where's the rainbow and the unicorns is all I want to know.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, it's so fun when your imagination just takes over and you get those messages, and it's like I never would have made that up, right? That's why you know that it's that divine inspiration. So thank you for sharing it. That made my day.
Thank you. It was wild.
Yeah, but those wild ones are the fun ones, right? They're the most fun. Yeah. All right. Well, we will wrap up this new moon. I want to thank you all for joining us. This has been amazing. And I hope you spent some time journaling about anything that kind of came up during meditation, anything that you were feeling, allowing the universe and the earth to support you and releasing anything that no longer serves you, and really honoring you by being present to what's taking place with your physical body with this new moon. So big hugs, big loves to all of you. And I will see you with the Libra new moon in a month. All right. Mwah. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jana.
Peace
Thank
and
you,
blessings.
everyone.
Peace out, Girl and Boy Scouts.